and make it happen. So again we started with this online class. We were hoping that this year we'll have offline class and we'll meet in the classroom, but not situation doesn't permit us. We again started with the online classes, and again I have to send the video for you, and you have to follow the video to understand the things and to gain the knowledge. Okay, so we'll start with the lesson database management system chapter 1. Okay, so what is this database management system? And before that I will tell you two important things. One is your data and other one is your information. So what is data? Data is raw, unorganized facts that need to be processed. Data can be something simple and seemingly random and useless until it is organized. Okay? When data is processed, organized, structured and presented in a given context so as to make it useful, it is called information. Okay? If suppose I will tell you one example. Suppose I will give you here 4 subjects name I will give you: English, Hindi, computer and science. So suppose I will type it in your group and I will send it. Then you must ask me, what is this, ma'am? If I means you have typed this 4 subject name and sent to us. But if I will tell these 4 subjects classes will be held tomorrow and this is the timing, then it will be information for you. Okay, so that means say unless until it gives a meaning, then it is not a information. Okay, so data doesn't give any meaning because it is unorganized, and when we organize the data in a systematic manner, process the data, then it becomes a information for us. Okay, so this is the basic concept before we start database management system. So you should know what is data and what is information. Clear? Now let us come to see what is means why we use this database management system. What was the need of it? Okay, you know that earlier the data was stored manually in the form of files, books and ledgers. Storing data and retrieving information from them was a very tiring and time consuming task. With computers, this problem has been resolved. You know that in a one computer, large volume of data can be stored. Okay, you know that you go to our school office, in a single computer whole students, 4,000 students data are stored. Okay, but if you going to store the data in manually in a files or in registers, then we'll need how many registers? 1500 and means maybe 200 registers. But in one computer we have stored all the data. So you can see also in railway reservation, in airport reservation, all things they are storing the data in computer only. Okay. So not they are using any register or any file system. So computers have replaced paper, files and ledgers as the principal media for storing important information. Computers help manage and organize the data so that useful information can be accessed easily and efficiently. You know that when data we have stored in computer, in one click we can get our data. Okay, suppose you want to find out whether there is a reservation or not when you are traveling. In one click you visit to irctc.co.in and just one click you will get all the information, whether there is a reservation or not, if it is available, in which class it is available, in first class, in second class or in third class. So all the detail, which are the trains available, all the things you will get in a one click. Okay, so computers help manage and organize the data so that useful information can be accessed easily and efficiently. Okay, so next, what is database? Okay, see for our all the class teachers, you imagine, have a register to where we have maintained your roll number, admission number, name, house, okay, or your address, your telephone number. This is a database. This is a database. Clear? So means database is a place, you can tell it is a place where collection of related data are stored. Okay, related, why I am telling. Suppose if I will tell roll number 1, suppose Abhishek, roll number 2, suppose Aditi. Means these data are related to each other. Okay, so related data stored. So database is a collection of related data from which users can efficiently retrieve the desired information. The database contains any type of data like text, images, audio or video. It can be anything, any type of data you can store in a database. Clear? So what is database management system? Okay. DBMS is a collection of programs that enables users to create, maintain database and control all the access to the database. The primary goal of the DBMS is to provide an environment that is both convenient and efficient for users to retrieve and store information. That means when you use a software to manage the data, that is known as your database management system. Okay, you know that every time whatever we are doing, we are using a software. You go to that railway reservation, there is also software you are using. You go to any shopping mall, there also they are using one software. You go to school, there also we are using software. You go to a library, then there also one software. So different data are managed using different softwares. Okay. So DBMS is a collection of programs that enables users to create, maintain database and control all the access to the database. Clear? The primary goal of the DBMS is to provide an environment that is both convenient and efficient for users to retrieve and store information. Some popular DBMS are Microsoft Access, Microsoft SQL Server, MongoDB, Oracle DB, IBM DB2, SAP Sybase, etc. Okay, so we will read about Microsoft Access. Okay, so many more DBMS are there. Okay, SQL is very popular. Okay, that is also very popular database system. SAP Sybase is more popular in all official works now. They are using the SAP Sybase database for their work. Okay, so you just remember some of the name of some DBMS software. Clear? The basic concept behind DBMS are specification of data types, structures and constraints to be considered. Specification of data types means what type of data it is. Suppose name, it is a text type of data. Your date of birth, it is a date type of data. Your date of traveling, it is a date type of data. Okay, so suppose your number marks scored by you, that is a numeric data. Okay, suppose you have purchased something, price of a item, maybe decimal or maybe numeric. So specification of data types. Structures means what type, means how it will be stored. Okay, and constraints to be considered. Constraint means data cannot be duplicated, duplicate data cannot be entered. Okay, so this type of means data length must be this many digits. So some constraints we use while creating the database. Clear? Storing the data and manipulating it as required. Querying the database to retrieve desired data. Query means to search. Okay, query means to search data from the database. Clear? Updating the content of the database. Whenever we need the updation, we can do it directly from the using DBMS. Clear? So need for a database management system. Database approach came into existence due to the drawbacks and limitations of file processing system. In file processing system, updating, deleting and maintaining the data is difficult. Okay, in file processing system. A number of application programs are written by programmers to maintain the data. In the database approach, the data is stored at a central location and is shared among multiple users. Thus, the main advantage of DBMS is centralization of data. Means it will be difficult for you to understand, but I am trying. Okay. Centralization of data means data will be stored at one place. Okay, and the updation, deletion and addition all will be done from the same place. Just like you imagine railway reservation system. All the data is stored in a server. Otherwise what will happen? So whatever updation, suppose one train cancelled, one new train added or something happened, so that will be updated at one place and that will be available to the whole country. Okay, but if the data will not be stored at one place and it will be stored at different places, so when we'll do the updation may not some places we may not do it, some places it may not happen. Okay, so what will happen means we will not get the correct information, okay. So if the data will be stored at a central place, okay, so updation of the data, deletion of the data and the sharing of data will be possible in other users. Clear? So that is centralization of data. You know, just remember, centralization of data means data will be stored in a server. Okay, and whatever will happen to the data means addition, updation, deletion, edit, whatever, that will be happen in the central place only. Okay, so that it will be affected to other parts of the other client computers, it will happen. Okay, so advantages of database management system: the ability to update and retrieve data. This is the fundamental feature of a DBMS. Without the ability to view or manipulate data, there would be no point to using a database system. Updating data in a database includes adding a new records, now I told you, deleting existing records and changing information within a record. Okay. Support concurrent updates. Concurrent updates occur when multiple users make updates to the database simultaneously. Okay. Supporting concurrent updates is also crucial to database management, as this ensures that updates are made correctly. What is this support concurrent updates? That means suppose here also in that railway reservation system, take an example. Suppose in Ranchi one train cancelled. So the in the server Ranchi IRCTC server, they will update it that this train cancelled. Suppose somewhere else something happened, they will update also. Okay, so concurrent updates are from different places, but everything will happen at the central computer. Supporting concurrent updates is also crucial to database management, as this ensures that updates are made correctly. Okay. Otherwise, it would lead the loss of important data and inaccurate data stored. You know that if it will not be successfully updation of data from different places, then we will get inaccurate data. Okay. And if in a railway reservation system we will get the inaccurate data, then what will happen to us? Accidents will also happen, and again all the travelers are also will be in problem. Okay, so database support concurrent updates also. Recovery of data. Suppose any disaster appears, then we can recover the data because the data is stored in a central location. DBMS provides a way to backup and recover the database. There are times computers may crash, a fire or other natural disaster may occur, or a user may enter incorrect information, invalidating or making records inconsistent. So due to some problem, if data lost, we can recover it if you have stored the data in a database. Security. To prevent unauthorized access to the database, DBMS uses features like encryption. Encryption means what? Data will be converted to some other form. Just like when you were using password, whatever you are typing the password, that password will not appear. It will convert it to some other form, star, hash or something. That is encryption, when original data will be converted to some other form. Authentication. You are using username, correct username and password, then only your computer will open or your database will open. That is your authentication. Authorization and views to provide security to the database. Then data integrity. Data integrity is a set of rule that DBMS provides to see that data incorrect or inconsistent data is not stored. Okay, inconsistent or incorrect. Inconsistent means duplicate data. Okay, no duplicate data are stored. Clear? So I think for today this much. Rest of the things, no, control data redundancy is also there. Data redundancy means data duplicacy. Okay, during database design various files are integrated and each logical data item is stored at central location. This removes applicating the data item in different files and ensures consistency and save the storage space. Okay, no means duplicate data will be stored. Okay, and data consistency means in the correct format data will be stored. Okay, data sharing. The data stored in the database can be shared among multiple users or application programs. Due to shared data, it is possible to integrate a new application without having to create any additional data or with minimal modification. Okay, data sharing. The data stored in the database can be shared among multiple users or application programs. You know that this same example I will give because that is a very good example. IRCTC whole country is using, different states are using, all multiple users are using that application. Okay, you, me, everybody is using, so data is shared. Clear? Due to shared data, it is possible to integrate new application without having to create any additional data or with minimal modification. Okay, so for today this much. Okay, so I am not little bit well, so try to explain you whatever doubt will clear in the doubt class. Okay, online class will start very soon. Okay, and next video I will try more my best to explain you.